when we were talking before about not being able to piss just like against a tree because we're not at the studio,
Yeah.
and we joked about you pissing in the corner.
Yes.
Let me share with you a story of when I was living at Buckingham Street with a certain unnamed individual who I'm sure you guys will remember.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Okay, good. It was Dylan.
But it rhymes with. It rhymes with Dylan.
I can't really fucking remember, but we just had a few drinks and like it was pretty late. I remember I was on the couch and he was going to bed, and his bedroom was sort of like near our living room. So he gets up and he walks over and he's standing against the wall and he's facing the wall and he sort of like spreads his legs a little bit. I'm like,
oh dear,
dude, what the fuck are you doing? He looks at me, he's like, taking a piss. I'm like, not there, you're not. And he goes, oh, and then just like walks off to the toilet.
What? I have so many questions.
I can't answer them, dude. That's all I know.
Yeah. I now know as much as you know.
But I'm just like, what? Just like, is he fucking serious? Like, I'm looking at him, and as soon as he did the old step to the side, I'm like, hold on a minute. He's gonna take a piss.
He's dropping the fire hose.
I must have called him like right before he started because you know how hard it is to stop stream.
Yeah. I mean, what happened at the house he used to live at?
I don't even know, dude.
Damn, man.
Oh, fuck me. And you know what the worst part about it was? There was only me there, so like I can only share this story. I haven't got anyone else to laugh about with it, so now I've shared it with you guys.
Because I'm still alone. Between you moving out with Dylan and now you've met no one else.
Exactly.
You know what? It's never come up.
No, never.
I've just been here stewing on it for 8 years.
Yep.
Gosh.
I'll do it.
Imagine if you hadn't have told him. Like, if you hadn't said anything.
Like, imagine if I hadn't even noticed what he was doing. Like, if I was watching Tally, right? Imagine if I hadn't have, like, looked over at him. Would have had a nice big yellow stain on the plasterboard.
It's true. That's my mate owns that house too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to talk my way out of that one.
I would have had some splaining to do.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, dude. He took a piss on the wall. But why? I mean, I don't know. I guess the toilet was too far. Maybe next time you build a house, put a toilet in the living room.
Yeah, I blame not enough toilets.
Yeah, there was only 4 of them. So, welcome to Hobby Homies.
To Hobby Homies. This is a different one for us right now, isn't it?
It's a strange one, to be sure.
It's a strange one. I mean, you've probably already noticed by our audio quality has dropped significantly compared to our usual peak of that quality.
We are recording this in Discord, believe it or not.
Yes, we are. And we have
our regular studio.
We have a bot named Craig.
I mean, yeah, Craig, he's a man of few words, but he's efficient.
He's efficient.
He is deficient.
Yeah. And we also have, for the first time live in studio, Churchy.
How you going?
Also a man of few words.
We don't know which one Churchy is and which one Craig is, but
yeah, I can't tell the difference.
For reference, Craig is our bot that records the episodes for us. So if you hear us reference him, that's not a real person. That is a robot.
Yeah, someone named him Craig.
Yeah. I don't know if he's a Necron or a...
Well, his profile picture is a bear.
Well then. A robot bear. There's actually nothing more terrifying. In fact, bears are my most feared creature.
Luckily, there's none in Australia.
That's what I keep telling myself, but I keep having nightmares that I just wake up and one's in my room.
Fucking black and brown bears
you know
in your
what?
room.
Yeah, and you know what? I can't say to that bear, no, you don't live here. you don't exist on this country because he doesn't care. He's
might,
already in my
though.
room.
He might be
No, but-
already having like self existential crisis, and then when you say you don't live here, it might just flip him out, dude.
Nah, it's like when you say you don't live here or, you're dead to a ghost. Rule number 1,
Oh yeah, never
don't say
that.
you're dead to a ghost. Yeah, so I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell the bear he's not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
I'm going to just make him a bowl of soup that's just right and hope he enjoys it.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry. Well, thanks for tuning in to Hobby Homies.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a episode brought to you by COVID-19, as was our last one. At least this time, it's not a solo episode.
Yeah, I can't let you do that again, dude. I'm sorry.
No,
I'll go to any step to allow that not to happen again.
don't apologize to me. Apologize to the listeners. 1 hour and 16 minutes of my voice.
When
The
Jack
poor
sent the
souls.
file and it was like 76 minutes, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Could we have not have made it 20? Just do the highlights. It would have been 4 minutes.
Do a nice short solo episode this week.
Yeah.
It turns out to be our second longest episode.
Ever. And I cut it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was not- Yeah.
I enjoy listening to that as from the outside. Like, when I received it, because you guys did it Friday, not Thursday, I listened to it, I think it was on Saturday, like 2 hours before it was be scheduled to upload. So I was basically listening to it as it was coming out.
Nice. Live.
But it was, fresh, hot off the press. But it was good to sort of listen to it from a outside sort of perspective. Had a chuckle. It's good.
Good. I'm glad because I'm glad.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, we should probably introduce ourselves, I guess.
Yes, we should.
So I'm Fox,
And I'm Shane.
and we also have our guest speaker here, Churchy.
The man behind the screen.
Yep. I'm Churchy.
I'm Churchy.
I'm just dying a bit there.
So people that have
How you
listened
going,
to
hobby
us,
homies?
people who have listened to us before will know that Churchy is the guy that does all our audio stuff for us, and he still is. So basically, we record these files, we'll send them to him. He'll work his magic, make it sound good. Promise me I'll sound
Still
like
working,
James Earl Jones, and then he'll send it back. And
He must be still working on that.
he
Yeah,
hasn't
I'm
got
still
around to it
working on that. Still working on that.
yet.
A lot of work.
Slow process, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slow cook. We're paying him $4,000 a week for him to do it because it's a lot of man hours, to be honest.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun.
And normally on this podcast, we talk about other things. We talk about, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. We cover things like tabletop wargaming, board games, RPGs, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. We are pretty casual gamers ourselves.
Yeah.
We do a little bit of everything. We have an eclectic taste.
Yes.
Um,
definitely.
We do war games, board games, and on this podcast, we discuss things like playing the games and doing the hobbying aspect, like painting, building, all that kind of stuff. But from a casual perspective.
Yeah.
We like to keep it chill and light.
We do.
We're not hardcore, although, we go through moments where we're big into 40K or we'll play a ton of board games or stuff like that.
That's true. We do. It does sort of swing around, doesn't it?
Yeah. So if you're listening, you'll get, you'll ride the waves and the ebbs and flows with us.
Yes.
Right now, we've always been into 40K, but right now we're big into 40K.
Yes, quite big because of the Geelong tournament that was kicking off, but now has been put on hold in a little bit, kind of like everything else.
Yeah, it's still going, but it's like, are we allowed to play games? So we're still in that weird,
everyone's sort of asking the same questions though, like, am I allowed to do this? That I always do this. Am I allowed to still do it? So that's why we've had to change our podcast. Instead of going to the studio, we have to jump on Discord. Everyone's making changes because of this COVID-19. And we're doing our best to keep providing you guys as the listeners content that hopefully you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, why are you listening? But if you are listening, thank you.
And if you're listening to find out if you will enjoy it, well, please crack a beer
Yeah, you got to have a beer or two in you to sort of to get around
to tolerate
all of
us.
that jokes. Yeah. I think Foxy, what are you, like 8 beers in right now? I'm on my third.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm ashamed to say. So, yeah. I have had one or two, for sure. How are you tracking, Churchy? Oh, wait, we cleaned you out last time, you and me.
Yeah, I've got no beers, man.
Isn't there a couple of JDs in the fridge?
There might be. Hold that thought.
There is, actually.
I think there is
like
something. It's like wild turkey or something. There's something in there.
There's a little bit of a mix, dude.
Yeah, it's a bit of this and that.
Go get in it.
Keep talking, boys.
That's what we do.
Why we're here.
So yeah, the podcast in general is want to keep it chill, want to talk about some hobby and some war games and some board games. So crack a beer, maybe pull out your wet palette, get some hobby on.
Yeah, paint some models, build some models, whatever you're doing. Let's do it.
We are going to talk about board games on this episode eventually. We have some housekeeping first.
Yes.
Why don't you talk us through our portals, Shane?
Yeah, so we're trying to get out to all those places that you might notice, like Facebook. That's probably if you want to get a hold of us, that's probably our easiest sort of format, I'd say. Jump in the Facebook, send us a message, comment on a post. We'll get back to you ASAP.
Yeah, we've got things on there like competitions and usually we post local events that are happening. We share their posts and sort of keep you informed there. Obviously, that's sort of dialed down a little bit, so we've replaced that with just dank memes.
Yeah,
a few of them are normie memes, but we'll do our best.
Yeah.
So if you like our page, you'll always stay up to date with what we're doing. Little status updates like, "Hey guys, this has been uploaded," or "This episode's been dropped," or stuff like that. So
just
that's sort of like it's like our front face book.
We've also got YouTube.
Speaking of status updates, I've just got a drink.
Nice. Also, Craig left. I don't know why.
Oh no,
he just left.
I have to get him back.
So I can get him back.
I miss him already.
Yeah.
But
I do.
He was our guy.
I can't wait to hear him talk to us again.
Yeah.
I wonder if the listeners will hear him when he joins.
I hope so. His voice is something.
Well, if I can,
I'll make sure I
spell
it all right this time.
Here we go.
Now recording.
Hey, it's your boy.
Oh, yes.
He did the thing.
He did the thing.
He did the thing.
Good to hear from you, Craig. Good to hear from you.
Please excuse us this episode. We're sort of trying to get to the point more quickly, but we're all learning. We're all learning as we go this Discord route. So
it's difficult when we can't physically see each other.
Yeah. A lot of people probably don't know, but we have a lot of non-audio cues, like visual sort of stuff that we'll do to help with the flow of the podcast. So you might find more gaps between us. We might cut each other off because it's Discord. That's what happens. So yeah, this is going to be a bit sloppy compared to most episodes, but we're doing our best, and we're trying to keep it all flowing.
We usually slap our elbows and squeeze our nipples and things like that, but we don't have all those cues. So
sometimes we squeeze each other's nipples. So
yeah, we got long arms, so reach across the table, whack the microphone.
Once in a while, if I'm real lucky, they'll squeeze mine.
Yeah. We'll leave our studio, go into where
Jack's nipples.
Just to let him know we're thinking of him. Eventually we'll talk about board games.
Eventually. So
this one we may have to timestamp just so they know at which minute. At 45 minutes we'll start talking about board games.
Yeah. So you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Discord. If you go to Facebook, you'll find the Discord link. Jump in there. We do things like we're figuring out how to stream our Warhammer 40k games on Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, so that'd be good.
Hopefully we can get in there and we can have some games going. And if you want to watch us roll some virtual dice and move some virtual models, by all means, jump in there.
Unlike our models, the virtual ones are actually painted. So
they are, and they're quite painted quite well.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Yeah. We're also on Spotify, iTunes, and most other places where you find good podcasts. And that's probably the best way to get through to us, through either of those portals.
Yeah. Discord, if you can jump in here, like we're in here right now talking to a couple of the homies that are in here as we're doing this podcast. So this is kind of where we interact mostly with our audience. So I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
they're always super responsive in the Discord. So
I think on Facebook when someone messages you and if you message back, eventually it says usually responds within 1 hour or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have noticed that.
Yeah.
I feel like if Discord had one, it would be like usually responds in 12 seconds because we've both got it on our phones.
Yeah, usually responds in negative 10 seconds.
Yeah, before you
send the message.
Yeah. So if you can jump in Discord, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, so fair enough.
In a way, it's pretty user friendly though. Like you got the mobile app, so you don't even have to download it on your computer. But you'd find if you play video games, especially online video games, you probably use Discord quite a lot.
Yeah.
Just jump in. If you want to mute our channel, just mute it so you don't have to listen to all the garbage and pipe up when you want to.
Yeah. We've got a few different channels and stuff where we throw the relative things. We've got like 40K, Age of Sigma, Star Wars Legion, RPG, board games, and episode discussions, which might be a little out of date. I see it's got episode 6 on there. might get rid of that one. Churchy just posted live. How are all the hobby homies doing tonight? So hopefully we can get to a point where we'll do our podcast live.
That would be good.
What you're hearing now is something you'll be able to chime in and hear live, and then you'll send us a message saying, hey guys, what about this part of this board game or, whatever we're talking about? And we can respond on the actual podcast as well as in the Discord. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool. If you jump in, say hello, we'll give you a shout out and we'll answer some questions on the episode. That'd be awesome. Yeah. But look, I suppose we probably should get around to our main topic of this evening. We're talking board games.
Totally. So we're talking board games.
We've both picked a board game that we like. We've sort of kept it from each other, and so we can. I don't think you've played this, and I probably guarantee I haven't played the one you've picked.
You have not, but you might have heard me talk about it. But
possibly.
I don't know. Yeah, it'd be interesting.
It's not the one with the big black cubes, is it?
Oh no. Okay. You are well informed about that, my friend.
Oh yes.
Oh my yes.
Well, yes, I am. All right. Well, look, I'll let you kick off with this one. So hit me with the board game you've picked.
So before I do that, because I'm 4 beers deep, 2 coffees, and a Rockstar,
pinging,
I am gonna take a break and find the nearest tree.
Are you serious?
So either you and Churchy talk amongst yourself, or we'll cut this out. I don't know. Surprise me.
We'll see what happens.
Okay. We'll see what happens. He fucking just went to take a piss.
Oh, no way.
Now recording.
He's still there.
I saw it was 5 minutes ago.
I do like the new graphics though. They do look good.
Yeah, boy.
That's great. So
He's
so
back.
board games.
Hey guys, Churchy here. So today we'll be talking about hobby homies.
Oh, I'm done.
No, it's all right. You guys can take over again. I'll allow it.
Okay,
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
I'll allow it on my podcast.
Hey, man. We pledge fealty to you, and we appreciate you.
Oh, now you're just making me think of Mountain Blade.
He's like, fuck you guys. I'm going to go play Mountain.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Good luck with the podcast.
User disconnected from your channel. Y'all remember TeamSpeak? Anyways.
Yeah. God damn.
And back to it.
Oh.
You're live with Hobby Homies.
So I was going first.
Yeah,
So-
you were telling us about your board game.
I'm going to pick one from my collection, which is actually just behind me to my left.
Okay.
I've got it's a humble collection
quite humble.
I think I've got probably 10 games in total.
You got 2 copies of Gloomhaven.
I mean, I don't own both, but yeah, currently I have 2 copies. Yeah. You know what? I bought Gloomhaven and I wanted to play it so bad. I borrowed a mate's copy for us to play once while we waited for mine to show up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I love the game, but it's just a lot of setup, pack up, you know?
True. But
I
that's
mean,
not the game we're talking about.
It's not.
I was just
Because you're
about
talking
to
about that one
talk
for hours.
What were you saying, Churchy?
I was just going to say, I feel like it's the sort of game where you need like a dedicated table to just set it up and leave it out
Yeah.
for like
And
weeks
leave it
and
set
months
up.
at a time.
Totally. Yeah. Because, you know, it is a campaign. You can only really play. There is rules for one shot, but like, I don't know. If you're playing one shot, there's better games for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So if you're doing the campaign, yeah, that's so true, Churchy, because I've actually still got it set up in some fashion, and it's just a nightmare to have it sit here, collect dust until we play again. And like, when are we going to choose to play that over 40K or, you know,
True.
a
Stuff.
heap of other things? Yeah. So, anyways, that's Gloomhaven. It is a phenomenal game, but it's finding the time as it is with most things. So the game
That's right.
I picked off my shelf that isn't the 2 copies of Gloomhaven is Mage Knight.
Mage Knight. I've played that.
Have you played Mage Knight?
I think so. Tell me about it.
With me? It would have
I'm
had
pretty
to have
sure.
been with
pretty sure.
me. Okay, so this might be the most complete game I've ever played.
Maybe I haven't. Maybe I'm thinking of the Call to Adventure.
Yes, you are.
I think I am. Yeah. Yep.
Mage Knight is what I would consider the best solo board game I've ever played.
Okay.
Better than Spirit Island in that aspect.
Oof. Big call.
It's the second best co-op game I've ever played, behind Spirit Island.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll give you it's a very complicated game, so I'll try and give you the best rundown I can. If people are familiar with Board Game Geek, which is a website that sort of uses rank board games,
Yeah.
its overall rank is 25.
Wow. That's pretty
So
good considering
that's-
there's like 90,000 games on there or 1,000 games.
I think there's like I don't know.
Actually, you know what? We
99.
can do one thing right now that we
What's
can't
that?
do normally is fact check. So you keep talking. I'll
You
I'll say how
suss
many
it.
games are on there.
See how you go.
Yeah.
No, wait. I want to tell you about this game. Forget it. There's over 100,000.
Okay.
And thematically, it's ranked 11, which is cool. I've actually got Board Game Geek up right now.
Oh,
I just
do
don't
you?
know how to check. Yeah.
There was a way to
So-
check. I can't remember.
They usually rank games. They give it a complexity rating, which is
Yeah.
called weight.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
how heavy the game is. And it's out of 5. This is a 4.3, which is let's rank it up against Gloomhaven, which is 3.8.
Wow.
So it's a whole 0.5 ahead of Gloomhaven, which, you know, you imagine trying to introduce someone to Gloomhaven. It's quite complicated. This game is that on steroids.
Yeah.
But therein lies one of its beauties. So the premise is you pick a hero from a pool of, I think there's 10. No, there might be less. There might be, anyway, somewhere between 6 and 10.
Yep.
They're painted minis, and they've all got their own little, you know, things that they do well.
Sure.
Gimmicks, themes, and it's a exploration battle game where you start on one tile, and if you move to the edge of the tile, you explore a new region, which is another tile at random.
Okay. Yep.
And then if you you keep expanding this map and exploring the map. It's almost like a fog of war mechanic where you discover more lands.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So that aspect is cool, but there's also like random. I'll post pictures of it in the Discord and whatnot.
Yeah.
But there's like AI enemies that you encounter, as well as villages that you can interact with. And at the villages, you can like recruit people, or you can burn the village. You can raid the village.
Jesus. Okay.
So it's kind of the goal of the game is to defeat these cities, which, depending on how many players and how long you go for, depends on how many cities you have to conquer. But that's the goal of the game. But you have to build up your hero to be able to take those on. So it starts off, you fight rampaging orcs, or rampaging enemies, or whatever it's called, which could just
Yeah.
be like an orc shaman or something. And it goes all the way up to like fighting dragons.
That's pretty
Or-
cool.
Yeah, and you build your person with your hand of cards. So you have to sort of like think about, oh man, there's so many mechanics to it, and I guess that's why it's so weighty.
Yeah.
But you got a hand of cards, and with that you can use your cards to move. So you might have a move 2, but you might also have a couple of attack cards. So your hand kind of determines what you do because you've randomly drawn it from your deck.
Okay, and how many cards in your deck? Like, is it a...
It starts off, I think, 16 cards. It's a low number.
Yeah.
But then when it runs out, your turn's over.
Yeah.
So the more cards you spend in one round, you always draw up to X. I think it's 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you spend all five cards every turn and have very efficient turns, you'll actually end possibly quicker than other people.
Yeah.
Because you'll run out of cards in your deck.
Okay.
But you also want to be efficient because you don't want to waste any cards.
Yeah.
You can always burn your cards in your hand for like +1 of something else. So that's, it's not as efficient, but it means if you want to use a move 2, like if you really want to move on your turn and all you have is a move 2, you can spend the other 4 cards from your hand for a +4 move,
Yeah, righto.
So, which isn't efficient because those cards are going to be worth way more doing what they're supposed to do. But hey, if you got to move, you got to move.
That's it.
So
it's a miniatures game with cards as like a card mechanic.
Yes, it's got a deck building aspect in it as well.
Yeah.
So, you gain spells and items and relics and things like that, and you add those to your deck. You also level up and gain these little ability tokens that allow you to enhance other things. You also have people that you recruit and can use them as well.
Yeah. So they will fight like with you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now, is the miniatures aspect of it the combat as well? So, like, will you see when you're playing? Will your enemies have miniatures as well that represents them on the board?
Correct. So I've got a mini. You've got a mini. Churchy's got a mini. If we're playing co-op, then maybe we'll choose to split up and explore, or maybe we'll stick together and just like conquer big enemies together.
Yeah.
If it's PvP, we'll try and most people try and avoid each other until they're strong enough. But
so there's a PvP aspect of it as well.
Yeah.
That's
there's
pretty cool.
all different game modes. Yeah. And there's different types, scenarios and things like that. So
yeah,
that's why I'd say it's probably the most complete game I've ever played, because there's deck building, there's like thematical character building, there's exploration, there's, did I say deck building? There's solo, campaign, PvP, co-op. It's just nuts. There's different map builds, different campaign types, heaps.
So it sounds like it checks all boxes and covers all bases.
Yeah, and I think it's best, although I say it's like the best solo game I've ever played, I think I get the most fun out of it playing it co-op with just like one other person.
Okay.
Because it's just like there's tons of different icons on the actual map as well. So you move around, explore the map, and there's towns, cities, villages. There's like mazes.
Yeah.
Mazes are cool because you like kind of gamble, I guess, your income, which is reputation.
Yeah.
You can spend 6, and if you complete the maze, you get better rewards than if you had a bet 2 reputation.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't played it in a while because it's got a big footprint.
Yeah, so you need a lot of table space for it.
Yeah, similar to Gloomhaven.
Yeah, that's the trouble with these games. Like, because they're so complex, they have so many cards, so many tokens.
Yeah.
And before you know it, the dining table isn't big enough. It's like you need to drag the coffee table over as well, and you go in your bedroom, you get the bedside tables, and you're taking them out.
Yeah, exactly.
The wife or the girlfriend's like, "What the fuck are you doing to my house?" And you're like, "I need it." I need the table space.
Babe, I need it. Play my board game. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You just watch Married at First Sight or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play my board game.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, real? Did I hear Big Brother was coming back?
No, don't tell me that.
But you see some people have that reaction, and I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of free video game time.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, it's awesome. I mean, there's things like you get mana crystals as well, and you generate mana, and each card has one ability, but if you empower it with its mana, you can use the empowered ability, and it's sick. And the reward of like you're drawing random cards, but you like pull off a combo or play a turn optimally, and it's just so rewarding. I don't know. It's just a sick game.
It does sound good.
We should play it, dude.
Enjoyable.
Us three should play it. The good thing is...
Sounds like a plan, man.
Yeah,
Trouble is we have to wait till the stage 3 lockdown's not enforced.
Or Tabletop Simulator, bruh.
Oh,
I don't know if it's on there.
Could be.
Let me hit up the workshop while I'm discussing it and type in Mage Knight. I've got the deluxe edition, so I've got all the expansions and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, Mage Knight.
I saw Wingspans on Tabletop Simulator to take us on a tangent.
Yeah, well, I was almost going to talk about
I noticed
Wingspan.
that the other day as well, actually.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, that's that game they were talking about.
Mage Knight? Sorry. What was that?
That was my chair.
Oh, it sounded like a truck drove past your house, dude.
It sounded like,
that was my fucking bar stool that I'm sitting on.
Truth. Why are you sitting on a truck, dude? Jesus.
he calls it the bar stool.
Yeah. I'm just looking. Yeah, this is like a really good. Oh man, there's so much to the game that I haven't even talked about. So you've got like reputation, you've got experience. Yeah, there's just tons.
Yeah.
Some of the things are ancient ruins, dens, rampaging orcs, crystal mines, so magical glades, villages. These are all things you can interact with around the map. Yeah, it's sick. Anyway, it is on. There's like 4 different ones on Tabletop Simulator.
Okay,
so we could totally hit that up.
Yeah, that's one thing we've been getting around since the lockdowns have been enforced is Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, I would never choose to do Tabletop Simulator. I've always found it clunky, but it's actually a lot better than I remember.
Yeah. Well, we played like the first turn of a 40k game, which took us an hour and a half to deploy and that.
Yeah,
but that's
more of a us problem than a TTS problem.
Yeah, definitely. If you know what you're doing, it would take you maybe like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so. But it was actually surprisingly good.
It was. So I think TTS will be the future for us for a little while.
Yeah, I think so. It's got a lot of benefits. Like you can stream it.
Yeah. Like Discord, you can stream it in Discord.
You also don't have to worry about like your components getting damaged or having to paint minis or...
That is true.
Or even having the resources. Like we can test armies we don't actually own. I'll be building a Death Guard army because I've got a heap of Death Guard on Sprue, but I don't know how I want to build them yet, so I'll be doing that. That's 40k. Yep. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, the good thing about Mage Knight is, I mean, on the one hand, a game goes for probably about 3 hours. But once that's done, it's done. You know, it's not like Gloomhaven where you have to like keep elements set up. At the end of your 3 hours, you've finished it. The game is done.
Okay.
There's no like, I mean, there is a campaign, but it's not very good. It's more of a one shot. So yeah, I rate it.
Yeah, sounds good. So, I mean, it's got miniatures. It's got a deck building element. What else does it bring? You know, like how much strategy is involved with it?
Oh, tons. That's the beauty of the game. I think its ceiling is so high that you could never play your turn perfectly.
Okay.
So you've always got that strive of like trying to play the perfect turn.
Yeah.
But you're just never going to be able to do it because you'll draw your cards next turn and go, oh, of course, this is all that's left in my deck. I should have moved across there, captured the magical glade to get myself that extra mana so I could play the empowered version of this to be able to one-shot that thing, you know?
Yeah, right.
So
how many hours do you reckon you've played in it?
10 to 15.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So how many playthroughs is that?
1? Nah. I've probably played it 3 or 4 times.
Okay, and it's different every time. Like the replayability is good.
Oh yeah. Oh, insane.
Yeah.
Replayability is insane. Yeah.
That's the biggest thing with these games is it's got to have replayability because you don't want to just play it once and then it sits on the shelf for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Or until you decide to sell it.
Totally.
So, nah.
I mean, the way it does its map system is really cool. You've got like green tiles and brown tiles, and you shuffle all the greens together, and you shuffle all the browns, and then you put the browns under the greens. So, and the browns are sort of the harder tiles. So you're always drawing off this deck of tiles, which are always the greens first.
Yeah.
So they're random in what they give you, but they're also
they're going to be easier, and then
yeah.
By the time you've gotten to the browns, have you leveled up? Have you gotten better gear?
Up to you, because you could just sprint towards the browns.
Okay.
But if you do, you might be stuffed, you know?
Yeah.
There's also a turn limit as well. So it's a race against time.
Interesting.
And you can add a bot, you know, because you've got, I think, 3 days and 3 nights. There's also, you know, different, when I say there's so many different mechanics, I've probably talked about a 5th or a 6th of the game.
Yeah.
You know, there's like different tile types. So you might walk across a grass tile, which costs move 2, or you might walk across sand or a desert.
Right,
but if you do a desert in the daytime, it costs 5 because it's so hot. But if you do it at nighttime, it costs move 3. A forest, on the other hand, is move 3 during the day, but move 5 at night because it's harder to see in a dense forest.
Righto. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So you got all those different elements as well. So yeah, it's nuts, dude. It's crazy. It's good.
Yeah.
But that's what makes the replayability so good, that the tiles that are presented to you on that first move are always going to be different, which means one time you might be fighting against rampaging orcs early, and another time you might find a village early.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always different.
Sweet. It sounds good. Yeah, we'll definitely have to give it a whirl.
Yeah, it is sweet. I have to get my mate Tim to play as well, because we played it once and he was just like, "This is the best game I've ever played." We have to play it again.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we'll jump on TTS. It's still good with like 4 people.
Yeah,
I think you can play up to 4 people, which is great. A lot of comments, people saying it looks very busy, which it does because there's so much going on. Like
okay,
a tile is like a hex, so it's got what's a 6-sided? No wait, it's not a shape at all. It doesn't exist as a shape, but it's like it's a tile.
Yeah.
And it's got several different spaces on it.
Okay.
And each space is something different. Like it's either a different terrain or it's a castle orc. So when you put the tile down and you've got 10 tiles on and you've got a bunch of different tokens on, it's madness. And not to mention, I won't go into it too much, but the last thing I'll touch on is like all the enemies have different damage types, health. They might be poison. They might have piercing attacks, all different things.
Yeah.
And there's like a sweet wound mechanic, but you know, as we've learned in the past, there's like, it's so hard to explain a game verbally and fully get the impact of it. But
of course, yeah.
I rate this game highly. I reckon check it out on Tabletop Simulator if you've got it, because $20 or whatever TTS is way cheaper than $160 for the deluxe.
Jeez,
edition.
yeah, and if you can get like, you know, a couple of games on TTS, you're just winning so hard compared to paying their retail price for them.
Yeah, totally. But the physical game itself, the components are awesome. So
yeah. That being said, though, like, you know, you do need to support these game makers, because if you don't buy their games, they won't make games.
Totally.
So if TTS is great, if you can play with people that, you know, if you don't have anyone near you that wants to play board games, is you can meet people that live far away. You can play together online, or in instances like this, we're all confined to our own homes. Yeah. You can play with your mates, but nothing beats playing a board game with a bunch of mates, or, you know, people.
That is a really good feeling. Like when you sit down and play a board game and stuff. Yeah.
It's such a good atmosphere, you know, everyone's having like
It really is. Yeah.
You might get so good.
But that's my
yeah.
game off the table.
That's sweet.
For a reference of how deep it is, it's got 240 different cards, 196 tokens, 20 map tiles, 2 game mats, 8 miniatures, 54 mana crystals, 7 mana dice, 2 rule books. And that's the base game. And I've got the expansion, which adds so much more. So
it's crazy.
It's madness. It's sweet. I'm going to post a couple images in Discord now.
Sweet. So what ranking was it again? Was it 35 or something?
25 overall.
25 overall. So I just looked up. Board Game Geek has 101,000 different games. So to be ranked at number 25, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, 25 overall for a game that is so complex. It's it's big. It's in thematic because I got different categories. It's 11 overall.
Wow. Okay.
So the 11th most fanatic. Fanatic? That's not the one.
Thematic.
Yeah.
That sort of speaks for itself because a game that can be so complex may cause it to lose its score. You know, if it's like too hard to learn or it's not so user friendly, it might give it a lower score. So to keep that sort of pretty high ranking at 25, but being such a complex game, obviously the complexity doesn't weigh up against the rest of it. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, it's good. It is tough to teach. You touched on Wingspan before, which I think is like the perfect gateway game for these kind of games.
Okay.
Because Wingspan is complex, but it's like family-friendly complex.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've taught this game to people that I didn't think would grasp it, and they had a lot of fun with it.
Oh, good.
But it's definitely a game that like it's not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
It's less about if you want to challenge yourself, it's great. But it's less about what's happening on the table and more about like, I don't know, you trying to get the perfect turn, I suppose.
Yeah.
But it is super fun, and you can, if you want to play it like competitively against yourself, you add like a what's called a bot, and it's kind of a race against this bot, and its mechanics are really good. But anyways, I would look it up. I'd watch a few like tutorials. There's some sweet ones out there. I posted a few pictures of it in our Board Games General channel.
Sweet. Yep.
So people can check it out there. But hit me up. If you want to play a game, let's do it. We'll jump on Tabletop Simulator. If you're listening to this and you're like, man, that sounds amazing. Hit me up. Hit me up.
That's it.
Discord, Facebook, however you want to do it, hit us up. Email us.
Even email us, hobbyhomies@gmail.com.
People still use those emails, dude. We still got one.
Yeah. One of those things.
Yeah. What's your game, Shane?
Well, my game, it's far less complex as Mage Knight. I picked Photosynthesis.
Oh yeah, nice.
So the game that's fun to say and fun to play.
Okay.
It's a family friendly strategy game. So I think it's got an age rating of like 10 plus. But I played it with the boss a couple of times and she loved it. So it's a nice little easy game. It takes like half an hour, maybe an hour, depending on how many players you've got.
Yeah.
2 to 4 players. It's cheap. It was like $50.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and I checked Board Game Geek, and it didn't score quite as highly as yours, but it came in at 377. So
that's actually pretty good, man.
Considering there's 101,000 games on there, 377 is not bad.
I think a few people can get too caught up in the Board Game Geek score because that game we played, Call to Adventure, is, I don't know, that's ranked like 2,000 or 3,000 or maybe even worse. And I loved it.
Yeah.
So there's good games out there. There's just some that get hype and they carry momentum and everyone loves it and talks about it. So it gets put up, so.
Yeah, that's true. So this game was made by a company called Blue Orange. So they published it. They've also made another game called King Domino, which Jim from Guff was telling me about. He loves it. He plays it with his family all the time. But
nice.
I'm pretty keen on playing that one as well. So the artwork is brilliant. Like it's not as good as the artwork for Root, but it's fantastic. Like the board and the little cardboard trees that you use in the game. So if you didn't catch on by the name Photosynthesis, it's a game about trees. Basically, what you have is you've got seed tokens and then 3 different sizes of trees. So you start with this board, which has it's like hexes, but they're actually circles, but they probably should be hexes. And the value of the land, it's a forest, so the value of the land gets better as you go into the middle. So so you get higher points in the middle and lower points on the outside. The reason being is there's a sun which actually circles the board. And
interesting.
Yeah, so your trees, you earn light points from that sun that circles the board. So the strategy behind it is trees obviously cast shadows. If you have a tree behind a taller tree or a tree of the same height within a certain range, that tree will cast a shadow on you, so you'll miss out on light points. But then the sun will turn, and your tree might then cast a shadow on someone else's tree. So it is quite strategic as to where you place and where you grow your trees and how you grow them. But
competitive tree growing.
It pretty much is, yeah, yeah. It's just so fun. So when they go through the 3 sizes, so you plant the seed, and then when it grows to its full height, and then you can choose to remove the tree and you score the points from that sort of section. And it's got a really great scoring mechanic as well. So from the outside, they have little tokens on the hexes. So there's like 1 leaf, 2 leaf, 3, up to 4 in the middle. There's 1 hex in the middle, which has 4. So you'll get the most points from that middle hex. But the trouble is, that middle hex being in the middle, you could be potentially blocked from all sides. So you may never ever get any sun points on that particular tree.
Yeah, okay. I see the risk reward there is middle more points, easy to get blocked. Outside, less points, less chance of getting blocked.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you score on a certain point, you take these tiles off a stack, and the way you stack the winning, the score tiles, it's from highest to lowest. So the first person to score on like a 2-leaf tile will get like 15 points, and then the next person will get like 13 points, and it sort of goes down. So yeah, there's also a sort of a race there as well. So it's again, like, it's sort of hard to explain a game, but yeah. I'd suggest everyone check it out. There's an awesome video on YouTube. Old mate Rodney from Watch It Played. Yeah. He does a great job of teaching the rules. We actually fucked up a couple of times when we were playing, and we sort of went back and watched the videos. Like, oh yeah, this is how you do it. It was just with the sun, the way it moved around the board.
Yeah. Such a wholesome dude, Rodney.
Oh, isn't he?
He was doing a live stream once, and I asked him if he could shout out my mate for his 40th birthday.
Yeah.
And, he was like, "Sure, man. What's his name?" It's like, "Oh, it's my boss." He was like, "Hey, X, happy birthday."
Yeah, that's awesome.
He dropped his age as well. I can't remember what it was. But he was just saying how he was loving life and everything. Just a wholesome guy.
Yeah. What was he streaming on YouTube?
Twitch.
Okay.
Oh, was it YouTube? No, you're right. It was YouTube.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. What a lad. And just so brilliant with how he delivers rules.
Yeah. Oh, he's so good. Like, I go to him for pretty much every game. Like, I'll watch him while reading the rule book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. He even does like some of the Warhammer games too. Like, he does rules for like the Warhammer Quest, Silver Tower.
Even Kill Team, he did that.
Yeah. Oh, he did too, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he actually works with Board Game Geek now.
Oh, fair income. Yeah,
like,
right.
They picked him up, so they like link. If there's a board game on Board Game Geek that he's done a video on, they throw his link in there, and they've got a partnership. So that's good.
Actually when I was just writing out sort of some dot points for myself for this episode. I was watching his YouTube video, or actually his YouTube video that was embedded from on the Board Game Geek website. Yeah.
it's good. It's good to see him have success there.
True.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah,
dude.
but that's
It looks like a sick game, dude.
It's really like it's a family friendly game. It really is like, but the tree. I like the tree mechanic. Like the tall trees will block 3 hexes from where they are. Smaller trees will block 1 or 2. So you do have that pretty high strategy of where you want to grow your trees, and your opponent might decide to just block you real hard. Which happens.
That's sick. I just dropped pictures of it in Discord as well.
Oh yeah, sweet.
A couple of pictures to sort of give people the idea. That's a good thing about being in Discord. You can and hopefully when we're doing live episodes and stuff, you'll be catching the stuff live, which is sick.
Yeah, that would be sweet. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, we'll see. The corona will make us grow.
That's right.
It'll force its way on all of us.
Yep. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
That's what we say.
That's our motto here at Obi.
That's our motto. Yeah, exactly.
We coined that.
Don't tell us anyone else came up with that nonsense.
No, I wouldn't believe it for a second.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're pretty big board gamers. I think it's taken a backseat because of COVID, and we've been 40K'ing up hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes board games are just nice though, because like you don't have to like build an army. You don't have to buy any extra stuff. You don't have to paint anything. Oh, actually, for most board games now, you don't have to though. You know,
but you might.
You can if you want. Yeah.
But photosynthesis, all you do is put those cute little trees together.
Yeah, man. Both games actually all encompassing. You don't have to paint nothing. So
yeah,
that's a nice break if you're hobbied out.
The artwork on those trees, man. Like as I was putting them together, I'm like, there's a little squirrel on this one, and then I put it down, like, is that a little rabbit? Yeah, it's a little rabbit. I was putting them all together. Oh man, it was awesome.
It looks like it's up to 4 players because you got 4 different coloured trees.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 4 players. I've only ever played it with 2 people. I reckon like most games, 3 is probably the magic number.
Yeah.
4 people would be pretty hard. Like I reckon. By the amount of trees would be on the board, 4 would be pretty full on.
That's the same as Mage Knight. We've played 4 players before, and it's pretty hectic.
Yeah.
2 or 3 is the sweet spot.
It just makes the game take so much longer.
It's funny. I've found with games, you minus 1 or 2 off the max player count, and that's their sweet spot.
Oh, yeah.
Like even Root, I think you can play that 6 players, but I think 4 is the sweet spot.
Oof, yeah, 6 would be crazy.
6 is okay, but it's like some races benefit significantly by having more players.
Yeah.
And some get hindered by having more players. So, yeah.
Well, it's like there's a lot of games out there. Like some games, like The Resistance, for example. I don't know if you played that one.
No, I don't know what that is.
Dude, it's a really simple game. It's almost a drinking game, like it is. I think Jack might have played it, or Jack's played Avalon or something.
Oh yeah, The Resistance Avalon.
Yeah, I think I'm still here.
I've just
I think I've played both.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Avalon overall rank 112. Its weight or complexity is 1.78 out of 5.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty light game.
Yeah.
But it's as a party game, it's ranked 7 overall.
Yeah, that's because it really is. Like it's like
game,
I think it's like minimum 5 players.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's best 7 to 8.
Yeah. Because in that one, like, I mean, I've already given you my game, but this was another real simple one. Basically, you pick players to go on missions, quote unquote missions, and like if you've got 5 players, I think 2 players are like spies or double agents or whatever, and their goal is to sabotage the mission.
Oh, so sick. That's fun.
You all get, like, you close your eyes, you know, the spies open their eyes so they know who they're working with, and then closes their eyes again. But you get these tokens, which is like pass or fail. So if you're not a double agent or a spy, you want to pass every mission, right? So if you get picked, you get your token, you put one in, they shuffle it, and they draw the tokens, pass. All right, sweet. So
I've played this mission before.
Yeah, and then the double agents will put a fail in there because they have to fail 2 missions out of 3.
It's sick.
It's a really fun game. I remember, like, ages ago, Churchy, your sister and her husband came over, and we had was it like 6 or 7 of us there, I think, and we played the Resistance.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember one New Year's I was at a party and I was trying to teach everyone how to play. I was so drunk, but we actually
polished. Yeah,
yeah, but we played it and it was so fun.
I think that game is
really
so
is
good for the banter because you turn on your teammates so quickly when they're like,
you do.
Yeah,
It's perfect. It's perfect for that. Like as soon as you've got a few players, man, that game is amazing. Because it really is that case of like everyone's like sort of so suspicious of everyone else and everyone's pointing fingers and it just goes round and round in circles. Meanwhile, the person that's actually the spy is sitting there like,
yeah.
I've played it once and I was the spy and I had an accomplice and I kept just trying to if I could get them to pick the accomplice, I won.
Yeah.
So I was just sowing seeds of chaos and I was like, no, why would he, and you shift it to other people, but you do it in a way that's not obvious. So you wait for someone else to go. I reckon it was old mate. And you're like, actually, yeah.
Yeah. I was on that mission and we failed and it was, you were on the mission too. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
And then they point the finger back at you and they're like, yeah, but you were on that mission too. And you're like, yeah, but so were you. And I was on the mission, so and so.
We were all on the mission.
Fail. That one didn't fail when it was me and them, but when I went with you, it failed.
So it must have been you. You're the common denominator.
I'll tell you what, though, after playing that game, you learn how good your friends can lie to your face.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My boss was looking at me like, you know what? I don't think you've done any work today. You just lied to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab a beverage. You'll keep talking about Avalon.
Well, I haven't played Avalon. I've only played the, but I think it's exactly the same with different art.
Yeah, I think Avalon. I think I played it once, maybe or twice, but it's pretty much the same game, just like medieval sort of.
Yeah, because the Resistance is like sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like modern day / sci-fi kind of like spies and agents or whatever. And
yeah.
And Avalon
there's another one which I've got but never played. It's called Coup.
Oh yeah.
It's it's a sci-fi one. It's all about a government or something like that, like a coup. Fanciest name. But never played it. Again, it's one of those party games where you need minimum 5 people to play, which to get 5 people together to play a game can be pretty tricky, trying to orchestrate that.
Yeah, true. And I think also, I was going to say before, I think it's amazing how simple games sometimes can be so much fun. But also I think part of that is because a lot of those games do need a larger group size. And that's why they work so well in their simplicity, because it never gets too complex, and a lot of the gameplay is just from people pointing fingers and doing stuff against each other. So much fun, those sort of games.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That it also sort of reminds me of Sheriff of Nottingham, which I've got, which is another bluffing game. Yep. I loved when we played that. It was so much fun. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, we played that the same night, I think. Yeah. It's and all those games, it's so satisfying when you actually successfully deceive someone. Yeah. Because I still remember when I smuggled through a heap of things, and then I was just like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've won." And then I don't know if I won in the end, but I just remember being like, "Yeah, that's awesome." When you're like, there's nothing, suspicious in here, or I'd be like, nah, man, it's just this, and this, or whatever. And really, you put all this 3 crossbows in there. Yeah. It's good stuff. Oh, that Fox guy, though, I tell you what. I know, he's making a fucking racket. Oh, I thought he was back. I thought he was back too. I was trying to pretend.
Okay, no, back. See, what I did was I thought I'd muted my mic when I left, but I guess I didn't, because that's how you heard me return. So when I came back, I thought I unmuted my mic, but I muted it. Ah, that old chestnut. You know what we haven't done yet, man? Well, yes, I do. And do you? I'm all for it. Well, all right. If you know what it is, then what is it? Well, we haven't announced our winner for the competition, the monthly giveaway.
Oh yeah,
We
that
also-
too.
We also haven't announced what our next giveaway is.
That too.
And we also haven't announced an exciting new announcement for us. Maybe
That
not so much
too.
for us. Yeah. So we've got a lot
I'm
to
pretty
do right
excited,
now.
guys. I'm on the edge of my seat here, guys. Let's get
Well,
to the
move back, Jack. Safety first, then teamwork.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's,
Just
all right, I'm going to shuffle
just
back.
okay, do it. So just a little side note. I'm drinking Four Pines Pale Ale,
Okay.
and on the top of the lid is 4 trees. So I think that's poetic because we've just talked about photosynthesis, and that's all I had. But what I have here in front of me is the internet, and with the internet, I'm going to get up a random name picker, and I'm going to enter all the names of the people that entered our April giveaway.
Yep. So they entered the giveaway by marking themselves as interested as to our Facebook event.
Yes.
So this particular giveaway was one of the criteria, is you had to mark yourself as interested to the event.
There seems to have been a little bit of confusion around that
I think there might have been.
because some people just liked the event or just liked our page.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's free, so we don't really understand. Like it's a giveaway.
Yeah, but also the trouble is the reason why we need people to mark themselves as interested is so we can gather all the names, because if you're liking things here and there, we don't know if you're entering in the giveaway or not. So we sort of tried to make it like if you do this, then 100% we know, because if you're just clicking like on whatever, it's sort of unfair to other people if you win the prize when they've actually followed the instructions.
Yeah, exactly. And our instructions were to enter, just like our Facebook page, and respond interested to this event. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a shame. I don't know if we. Yeah, I don't know. We'll work on getting. Well, actually, an announcement we'll make in a second will help clear up things, but
yes,
not as many people responded interested as they did. We had a ton of likes to our page.
Oh shit, yeah,
a ton of likes, and it's a shame because we're worried that those people thought they were entering maybe they just actually liked us. That never occurred to us, actually.
What?
Yeah, maybe they just liked it. But for those people that like the page, we would also like them to know they can get free stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll work on that. So we didn't think it was really fair on the people that did follow the instructions to just open this competition, like to change what we had originally said.
Yeah.
And open it up to everyone that just liked the page.
That's right.
So we're only entering. There's a lot of names. Hang on. I'm just typing them all in. We're only entering people that liked our page and responded interested to the event. So, however, all future ones will be a little bit more straightforward.
Yeah, definitely. This giveaway was some Warhammer 40k Adeptus Mechanicus Caesarean Rust Stalkers.
Yeah.
Oh, try saying that like 3 times in a row. Or infiltrators, yeah. It depends how you would like to get them out.
Yeah.
So if you aren't in 40k, or if you're thinking about it, this is a good step. Good start at your army. It's a great kill team. Like, it's a perfect kill team. So you can basically build these guys, start playing kill team straight away.
Yeah.
Or if you already play and you've already got AdMech, it's just a sweet little boost to your elites, I'm going to say.
Correct. Yeah. That's elites. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and they're both pretty good. Like, both of them can get turn 1 charges off. Anyway, I'll talk less about it. They're both great. They're sick models. I've got some here actually that I'm going to give to you, Shane, because you're doing a dark. What is it called? It's like the bad guys.
Dark Mechanicus.
Yeah. So that's sweet, and they're getting a ton of new models. So
don't even get me started on those.
And I think they might. I don't know, but they've been alluded to getting the Dark Mechanicum being included in the Psychic Awakening. So
I've heard that. I've heard that. If that's a thing, I'm all over that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had an AdMech force that I sold to you, and you've made them Dark AdMech, which is sweet because you'll use them So that's nice.
Well,
Anyway,
I think I
without
bought like
further ado-
40 models off you, and I've used maybe
Yeah.
like 8.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
It's in the pile.
Yeah, it's in the pile of shame. Yeah. So, well, tell us who's the lucky
All right.
fella to win this?
I'm gonna click to spin now. It's actually a cool little. Actually, can I record this? No, it's fine. I don't want to DDoS anyone. I mean, dox anyone. All
True.
right, I click to spin. It's like one of those Wheel of Fortune spins.
Oh yeah,
It's slowing down.
like
Congratulations. I'm gonna print screen this. Done. You have a winner, Bailey.
Bailey.
Bailey Wakeling.
Old mate, he won it.
He's done it.
There
You've
you
done
go.
it. Actually, I'm going to tell him right now in the Discord.
Absolute mad lad.
I can't post the picture because I don't want to like give everyone's names away.
Yeah, it's all right.
Let me. How do I at? That's great because he asked about the competition before. So
Yeah.
that's so good, man. That's awesome. Now let me send this to you, Shane.
Yep.
Just so you know for your reference.
Yeah, because I'll chuck him in the post, like probably like Monday or something.
There you go. Boom.
I think he's up in the new the new south.
Are they still at
Yeah.
that place, or did you grab?
Yeah, I
them?
forgot to pick him up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Just
true.
realised then.
So
It's funny.
I'll
We
pick
had
him
a
up off
problem.
you, Jack.
I had the last month's giveaway at my house and had trouble finding them. So I thought, let's be proactive. We'll take them to the studio and drop them there for this month. That way we know I'll never lose them. They're sitting in front of us every session so we can tell people about it. And yeah, we've left them there. And with COVID, I don't know if we'll ever get them back. No, that's a lie. That's great. Good. Hey, that's so good.
Yeah.
I think he was pretty excited about winning. So
I'm pretty
it's good to
sure.
see it go to someone like that. That's awesome.
Yeah. He'll use them too. I know he will. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what you love to see.
He was actually, I think he hadn't started yet, but he was like really into it. So I think that's awesome going to someone like that. So rather than
Congrats,
someone who's
test
already
dummy.
got a pile of plastic crack.
Yeah. I'm glad
Yeah.
you did get a chain.
Yeah, true. I'll never use them.
So thematically, the beer has spoken to me and it has told me what we should do for our next giveaway.
A slab?
Oh, that's actually a really good idea.
Beauty.
No, I think the slab has to be a giveaway to the 40K league.
Yeah.
'Cause, I made some promises.
God damn, you did.
I have to give away some beers, man. I'm hoping. So what I'm thinking is, if we ever get to have like a big 40K league meetup, we'll bring a couple slabs and
Yeah,
we'll
I
just
reckon.
let the boys
Get
have
around
at it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
But for this comp, I've already zip paid the boy. So I just did it before. We're giving away a copy of Photosynthesis.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I think that's great. It's a good little. It looks sick.
Yeah.
Anyone can use that because you can just have it on your shelf, and then when people come over and you don't really like them, you can just like distract them with this sick game.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to have a discussion with them because maybe they're like, I don't know, of the opposite political opinion to you, like, hey, look at these trees. Let me show you how to play this game.
Everybody loves trees unless they're in like the logging industry.
Yeah, in which case they froth trees even harder.
Yeah, true.
They might just rip the bases off the little trees and take them to work.
That's cool. That's an awesome giveaway. Like it's such a good little game. Like perfect for the family. Like, the missus, she'll get around it. Kids will pick it up. Like
Literally, they'll pick it up and start eating the trees. So just keep it out of reach of small children. Choking hazard. So good news is, for all those that missed out on that giveaway, is we are launching a Patreon page.
We are.
Now, I want to make this very clear. We are not going to hide any of our content behind a paywall.
No.
Everything that Hobby Homies does, content-wise, you will have access to whether you give us your monies or not.
Yeah.
We just want to do this because we have high hopes for this podcast. We want to do some cool stuff like battle reports, cool little skits, little painting tutorials.
We could even stream some board games.
Like a lot of live streaming board games, tabletop simulator, or actual physical games. We got tons we want to do, but we're hindered by the fact that we're not rich.
Yeah. And like Jack has to eat, apparently. So, you know, without Churchy there, we got to pay bills.
So we've got a few different tiers set up, and you can check out our Patreon. You'll find the details for it in Discord, Facebook, whatnot. But I think if you just look up Hobby Homies on Patreon, you'll find us.
Yeah.
We've got a few different tiers, which is just like if you chuck us $1 a month, that's sweet. That's
basically just like, you're flipping $1 our way. You're just saying it's like a kind of like a thanks, you know, like and that'll help. Every dollar will help. Like, you know, so we'll appreciate that just as much as we would the higher tiers as well.
Yeah, except the higher tiers will appreciate so much more. No, I'm just kidding. just playing. We'll appreciate it either 5 times or 10 times more.
That's about right.
The dollar's there because like if you listen to our episode, like one episode a month, or 10 minutes of one episode, and you're just like, I don't, you know, I'll give them a little bit, but I'm not consuming their content like a fanatic, you know. So $1 per month, it does actually go a long way for a lot of people that do that. So we appreciate it. It allows us to, over this course of 6 months, buy a paint. So that's nice. You could become our main homie for $5 a month. And that's the good one because that gives you auto entry to all of our monthly competitions. So you don't have to worry about jumping through all the hoops we make you jump through. You don't have to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. You don't have to. You just get auto entry.
You're guaranteed an auto entry into the giveaway. So whether we're giving away a board game, 40K, Star Wars Legion, whatever that particular month, you've already got your name on a ticket.
You might throw that $5 a month, listen to a couple episodes a month, and then in 8 months get an email from us saying, hey, you've won a Start Collecting box or, something sick. Yep. So that's a cool one. It's about $1.25 a week.
Yeah. So and considering we release a podcast weekly, so if you enjoy 2 podcasts a month, that's $2.50 out of your pocket,
plus free entry.
Yeah.
So that's sick.
Yeah.
And then the $10 a month is the big boy, where it's basically the same as the $5 a month. But this is like if you consume, if you listen to every one of our episodes, you interact with us, and you want to support us and the plans that we have for this podcast, then you can chuck $2.50 a week at us.
Yeah.
And we'll also paint a mini for you in our patented amateur quality. But you get to pick the paint scheme and the paint colors. And you say, hey, I want this one done like a sunset, a beautiful sunset.
And we'll do it.
And we'll try and do it.
Yeah.
And I think we'll probably paint a Space Marine.
I think it will be like an Intercessor or something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to send you like a Titan or
maybe for $1,000 a month.
Maybe, yeah.
But for $10 a month, you'll get a
we'll send you an Intercessor or something your way.
And I've actually practiced on a little shoulder pauldron before, so we'll slap the Hobby Homies logo in some fashion on that mini as well. Yeah. So that's something me and Shane will collab in creating for you.
Yeah, I think I'll do the base, and you can use your airbrush.
Yeah. All right. We'll see how we go. I'm actually keen. Like I'm more hoping someone does the $10 per month, not so we can get $10 a month, but so that I can paint this thing, because I want to see. I want to see them throwing a color scheme at us. Yeah, I might do it for myself.
I want to see the Hobby Homies logo sitting on the little pauldron.
Yeah. And we'll take a photo of everyone that we do and post
that'll be in the Discord.
Yeah.
And Facebook page. Yeah.
It's just a little something. Like if you listen to us and you think, obviously, unfortunately, we're releasing this episode on our worst sound quality one.
Yeah.
Normally we sort of hang our hat on our sound quality because Jack is so phenomenal at what he does, but we can't be in the studio. So
No.
COVID throwing us the curveballs.
Yeah, that's it. But we got to swing at it. We got to hit it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And what's that
Hopefully-
tagline again? What's the hobby homie saying?
improvise, adapt,
official-
come. Did my mic cut out? What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah. We'll post some stuff in the Patreon, but it's also going to be the same stuff that you can find in the Facebook and Discord. So we
Yeah.
might have a few things we throw in there first, but I think you don't have to. It'll be stuff you can find even if you don't want to throw us money,
Yeah, definitely.
because we know times are tough.
Yeah. But we're going to start bringing our online presence higher. Like we're going to start trying to do some YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
You'll find all our episodes up on YouTube. They're not as like they don't come out as often as they do on Spotify and iTunes, but we sort of get them up there when we can. There's a little bit more involved with uploading the video rather than just audio.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, hopefully
And I think
we'll have
most
some
people that
bat
are
reps.
listening, that'd be sick, even if it's just on TTS for now.
Yeah. Yep.
And some board game bat reps. What do you call those? Board game reports?
Board game reps.
Yeah, live board game streaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think most people can appreciate, like, we probably throw, I don't know, 10 plus hours into this podcast a week, talking
I
about
reckon.
it, discussing it, figuring out what we're going to do with it.
There's also a bit of research involved. Like, we sort of sit down and think about, to some extent, what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Mind you, if you hate our content, don't give us any money.
No.
What we would appreciate more if you did, if you listen to an episode, you're like, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. Hit us up. Be like,
Yeah.
yo, I listened to your podcast, didn't like it because of this, this, and this. And we'll either be like, yeah, well, we're not going to change that. That's us. Or we'll be like, that's a great point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Try
right.
and do that better or whatever. So we appreciate feedback as well. I mean, and I can't state this enough. We want money more than feedback, but we appreciate feedback too.
But, because bringing out this podcast does cost us money. So when you give us Patreon, it's sort of just going to help us pay for things like hosting, because to host our podcast on iTunes, it does cost. It costs like $30 a month. So
Who's
things
paying
like
for that? Are you paying for that, Jane?
Someone is.
It must be you, because I didn't know it cost money. That's fine.
And like,
That's fine.
the effort the church goes, he spends hours with our stuff, like, just sitting there having to listen to it, we should pay him for. And then also
Yeah.
having to him,
Yeah.
modify it, put the intro and outro, which was created by him. Also, I don't think we've mentioned that.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
beautifully melodic metal intro is created by Churchy. So he'll be putting more and more stuff on his YouTube channel, which you should check out.
Yeah, it's better than our podcast. So
Yeah, phenomenally
listening
better.
I
enjoying
don't
this,
know about that.
you have to jump on that.
I reckon the hobby homies are pretty. I like your podcast, man. This is a good podcast.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not
I mean,
bad.
I know I'm a little biased, but like,
You know what?
I'm a little
How you
biased.
to say that, dude?
It's a good podcast. What can I
it's
say?
okay.
I like it.
It's my second favorite podcast, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely my third favorite.
It's in my top 10.
Top 5 for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys like metal music. If you like our intro, you should check out Churchy's song "A New Horizon." It's sick.
Yes, so
It
good.
is sick.
Yeah.
You did everything except for the drums are electronic, so you still
The
did them.
drums are programmed. Yeah, I programmed the drums.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
I'm a slap that in our hobby lobby.
Yeah, slap
yeah.
that link in there.
Slap that in
Oh.
there. New Horizon. It's good.
Yeah,
I'll listen to it
Good.
at Churchy's.
Goes all right.
And
It might story. It might actually be on Spotify soon. Because
Oh,
yeah,
true.
dude,
I
competition.
contacted like a distribution service thing. Like just uploaded it and then they like review it and let you know if they'll do it for you. Route Note is what I'm trying. So hopefully I'll start putting more and more music on Spotify and stuff.
Cool. I think
got
you
a
should.
Yeah.
project.
It's
Yeah.
sick.
That would be
Shout out to
awesome.
that person who just liked our Hobby Homies Facebook page. Oh, it was 3 people who did it just then. So
Wow.
I didn't post anything, so I don't know what that's about. They must have sensed us. Thank
True.
you.
They sensed the podcast being recorded, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, something's compelling
So-
me to."
I'm feeling
Hey,
the force is bringing me across to this page.
improvise, adapt, overcome,
Overcome.
like, share, subscribe.
Comment, subscribe, share.
Become a patron today.
Above all, we want to interact with you guys. So jump in the Discord, say what's up. We're we're doing this podcast at the same time as having a discussion over 3D printing with one of our homies.
Oh yeah, Harrison. I've been meaning to reply to him, but
Yeah,
I need more concentration power, so I can't do two
he
things.
can't multitask. Shane's sitting there with a lock screen on his computer, just like staring at the darkness.
It's actually the Windows logo.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Is it the one? Is it the one that does it move?
What?
Is
Yeah,
the logo? Is it the moving logo? Like, is it's got stop saver, or is it just the stationary?
It's not a screensaver.
it's that
Oh,
3D
okay.
maze that was on Windows 98 or whatever. That you
pipes,
should just like,
dude.
yeah,
I
the
was
pipes.
into the pipes. No, it's actually a two little like islands on a horizon with an ocean, nice orange. You know, I'm gonna take a photo of it and put it in the Discord.
Nah, don't do that. That seems like a waste. No one cares about your content.
This is my desktop background.
Everyone's like, yeah, no shit, dude. That's everyone's background.
It's actually my lock screen.
Oh,
Here we go.
my bad.
Yeah.
Along with a New Horizon, you can check out the. Oh yeah.
Oh, the maze.
The maze. I remember sitting in class and the teacher was yammering on about something, and I'm just looking out the corner of my eyes at this maze. I'm like, is he going to find the exit? He keeps spinning around. These dead ends. What? You don't have to walk down there.
Oh, will he ever find the exit? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Was there even an exit? I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. I never watched it long enough.
There was like these grey cubes or something that flipped you upside down, and that just messed me up.
It's like an acid trip, dude.
Yeah, could you imagine tripping on acid and doing this maze?
Oh god, no.
This would ruin your day.
How good? How good was the pinball game?
Oh yeah, the pinball game.
Oh yeah.
And Spider Solitaire.
Eh,
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
eh,
you hate no Spider Solitaire?
yeah. Yeah, actually. Nah, I never got into solitaire.
Just Dummy's like, what?
What? Oh,
What? What?
sorry, man.
Congrats! What?
You won the comp.
Hey!
Yeah.
It's our boy test dummy. Congrats,
Well,
dude.
I think that's probably about wrapping it up. We've rambled on.
Oh,
Come
we're
on.
still
No.
recording.
Yeah, oh, this is still the episode, dude.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, friends.
Yeah. So don't forget, jump on Facebook, give us a like, join the Discord. You'll be able to keep up with our nonsense that we talk about. Hopefully, start streaming some Warhammer 40k and board games on the old tabletop
FB.
simulator.
So Facebook is fb.me/hobbyhomies.
Oh
Or
yeah, Churchy's heard that many
Facebook.com/hobbyhomies.
times.
Hobbyhomies.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on YouTube. So's Churchy. So don't forget to check out Churchy on YouTube for your gaming vids and music, which is more and more is coming. So get around it.
What an eclectic whatever. Eclectic content we have here.
What a thing!
What a thing we do.
What a do.
What it do? Yeah. What an eclectic
What
content.
Yeah.
We got music, we got Churchy's videos, we got podcasts. What else is there?
Spotify, iTunes,
Yeah.
Patreon.
Look at us.
God,
Whoa.
Jesus.
Imagine
Actually,
being
yeah.
on
So
Patreon.
Get
looking
around
forward
it.
to getting that Patreon link.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll send that to you, Churchy. He wants his Binny, dude.
True.
He's like, I want he's gonna like Google most complicated paint schemes. He'll be like, I want this one on there.
It's going to be like some sort of like digital
What about
camo or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I want the model
Fixed tone
to
digital camo.
LEDs.
Jesus Christ. Custom built.
We've given people ideas now.
Magnetized.
We're going to make so much money and spend so many hours.
We're going to lose money because we're going to buy all these miniatures too. Don't forget.
Yep. In Hobby Homies fashion, we're hemorrhaging money. So
yeah, it wouldn't be Hobby Homies if we weren't.
Yeah,
if we
that's
were
true.
making money, something would be wrong.
Yeah. Yep. So
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in once again for our nonsense rambling.
Yeah, this has been a different episode, that's for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Different, good or bad? Just
a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. You know, it all goes with the territory. You know, trying something new, learning the ropes.
Yes.
You know,
this is uncharted waters for us. You know, we're normally in the booth drinking beers. Now we're at home drinking beers, talking on Discord.
Yeah. This is actually not uncommon from what we were doing hours before the podcast started. So
That's right.
You're basically sitting in here with us. But yeah, hopefully soon we'll be able to do live episodes where you'll actually be able to. We'll throw you in the same chat channel as us, but have you muted, obviously, because we can't have a bunch of people chiming in.
No,
bad enough with Churchy here. So
yeah,
I heard that.
Oh, it's true. See, we don't want none of that. So
But
you'll be
we'll
able to
answer
listen
questions.
live. Yeah, exactly.
Questions and yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
No worries, dude. Anytime.
Yeah, man. No, it's been good.
Yeah, no, I got
For
you.
a second, then I'm like, don't tell me I'm fucking just dropped out.
No, I'm still here. No. No, I don't need to go yet.
Thanks for tuning in to what?
Yeah.
Hobby Homies. We've been Hobby Homies. I'll return to being Shane after this podcast is done.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you next time.
Yeah. We'll be in the Discord all night. So, yeah. Toodles, fam.
Peace. Oh, I've been hanging on to taking a piss for fucking ages. I'm in like fifth beer now.
Keep this in there.
Oh, God, Christ,
man. You know
recording.
it. You know I'm going to keep that in there. As the music
You know what
comes
to
in.
do.
Like, it's,
Craig,
And
stop recording.
fade out. Fade out.
Recording.